What's up, Cinema Shogun here, and I'm sure most of you all know who Joe Rogan is. The guy literally has the biggest podcast in the world. And over the past couple of years, he's become a divisive figure. And I'm not sure why. The dude does nothing but have interesting conversations with interesting people. And for some reason, people hate him for that. Why, you ask? Probably because people hate conversations. People hate the fact that we're talking, that we're spreading information, that we're having an open discourse, that people who have been silenced by the mainstream media, people who have been silenced by the government are given a voice and are able to talk on the Joe Rogan podcast. And speaking of people who have been silenced by the mainstream media, I think Johnny Depp is definitely one of them. Well, now there is rumblings going on behind the scenes that Johnny Depp may possibly be going on the Joe Rogan podcast. Now, for those of you all who do not watch his show, Joe Rogan has spoken out multiple times in defense of Johnny Depp. Multiple times. Now, I can't really play most of those clips here because of copyright strikes and stuff like that. But just know that he is definitely on Johnny's side. He doesn't get too into detail about it because I guess he doesn't want to be dealing with a lawsuit of his own. And at the end of the day, we're still all on the outside looking in here. So a lot of people don't want to form too solid of an opinion. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard, he's defended Johnny on multiple occasions. And he knows some of the people who are close to Johnny, and he says he trusts them. I want to play for you all a little clip. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you this video or if I could just bring you the audio. I'm trying not to get a copyright strike on my channel here. But I want you to hear what Joe Rogan had to say. And he literally, right before I started recording this video, he posted an interesting post on Instagram. And we're going to get to that too as well. But for now, let's go ahead and watch this clip, and then I'll be back with my thoughts.
One of two things, right? Either Johnny Depp really girlfriend, or his girlfriend is lying, Stanhope, and his girlfriend saw it the whole time. That's Stanhope's version of it. I trust Stanhope. I trust him very well. So if he says that she was manipulating him and that she had said, and was worried that she was going to do this, yeah, Johnny Depp is being blackmailed by Amber Heard.
Like I said, Joe Rogan is clearly on Johnny Depp's side, and I think anyone who's been paying attention to this case and anyone with half a brain is on Johnny's side. So it's not a shocker to me that Joe Rogan would take his side, but I think it's nice when you have someone at this level, someone with one of the biggest platforms in the entire world, speaking out in Johnny's defense. And the fact that Johnny may be going on this podcast, it's everything that I think we need at this moment. Not only is Johnny finally getting a chance to say what he has to say and to tell the truth about the situation in court, I believe if he was given an outlet where he could speak and relax and talk about the situation without getting cross-examined and people shutting down what he's trying to say, and here say this, here say that, here say this, here say that. You know, objection. If he could just sit down and have a full-length conversation with someone who's not trying to grill him like a lawyer, with someone who's just there to give him a chance to speak, I think it would be perfect. But Joe Rogan took to Instagram today, and you see, in my last video, we've been talking about these bots. Because, okay, it all started with has been accusing Johnny Depp for a while now of using bots to defend him, fake social media accounts that are online defending him, and that really Johnny's fan base isn't as big as you think, and that Johnny doesn't have as much support as you think. It's all just fake online accounts, fake bots doing it. Well, some news outlets actually looked into it and come to find out that there are a shit ton of bots being used in this trial and being used, period, in this conversation surrounding Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. But these bots aren't being used in favor of Johnny Depp. They are being used against Johnny Depp. Studies were done, and the majority of the fake accounts are all in support of AH. So it looks like AH has been paying for fake online accounts. She's paying for bots. Not only is her following inflated, like a good chunk of the people you see following her on Twitter and on Instagram, they're all fake accounts. They're not real. It makes her look more popular than what she actually is. But not just that, there's a lot of these fake accounts that are programmed to say certain things. So they're going online and they're spreading hate about Johnny and they're spreading their support about AH, but they're all fake. Joe Rogan called it out. Obviously, he saw the same article that I covered in my last video, and he called it out. And he's saying that he's surprised that it's only 11%, because the research done came to the conclusion that 11% of the accounts online talking about the Johnny Depp trial are fake. Now, 11% doesn't sound like much until you take into account that literally big elections and wars have about this much fake information and fake accounts out there spreading information about it. So literally, there's just as many bots online spreading fake news about Amber Turd as there is spreading fake news about the war in Ukraine. That's big. An average story like this would have about 3% bots. This has 11%. And the majority of all of those bots are in favor of Amber Turd, because Amber Turd doesn't hardly have any real supporters. Don't get me wrong, she has a few. They're out there. They've attacked me. They've attacked some of you all. They've attacked other creators. They're out there. They're out there hiding in the shadows. But they don't have strength in numbers. There's not a lot of them. So they have to rely on these fake accounts to make it look like they have more support than what they do. And when you have someone like Joe Rogan calling this out, that's a big deal, people. I don't care how you feel about Joe Rogan. Personally, I like Joe Rogan. I like the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't think he does nothing wrong over there. And I really hate that people are so quick to try to shut down the freedom of speech. But regardless, even if you hate Joe Rogan, even if you hate his guts, you have to acknowledge that he has one of the biggest platforms, if not the biggest platform in the entire world right now. And if he's using that platform to speak out in defense of Johnny Depp, then bravo. Bravo. Because he doesn't have to. He's already getting enough heat and enough shit from every direction. Yet he's putting his neck out there, a thick neck at that, out there in support of Johnny Depp. Knowing that these mainstream media outlets are all in support of AH. And all of these mainstream media outlets are the same media outlets that have been attacking Joe Rogan for years. So what's going to happen here? Do you think this is going to look good for Joe Rogan? I mean, of course, I'm happy that he spoke out in Johnny's defense. Most of you all are as well. But now, the mainstream media is going to come right after him again. So the fact that he said something, even if it's minuscule, even if it's as small as this, it says so much. Like I've been saying, and I'm gonna go blue in the face saying this over and over again. The pendulum is swinging. The pendulum is swinging. Public opinion has always been on Johnny's side. But all of these famous people, all of these rich people, all of these powerful people, a lot of them are starting to sway in Johnny's favor. Now, Joe Rogan has always been on Johnny's side. But when you have all eyes on this case right now, and you have someone as big as Joe Rogan speaking out, it's only a good look for Johnny. And I'm hoping that the rumors are true, because there's a lot of people asking for this. And I know that Joe Rogan is up for it. I hope that Johnny, after this trial, he does go on this podcast. And I hope that he's able to sit down and have a conversation with someone about what happened to him. Not sit down and get grilled by lawyers. Not sit down and feel like you have the pressure of this trial on you when you're speaking, but to sit down, relax, smoke a doobie. Joe Rogan smokes hella blunts and hella weed with his guests all the time. Elon Musk even hit a joint while he was on there. Sit down with Johnny Depp, smoke a blunt, talk about the situation, let Johnny say what he has to say without being uptight and in this court. Not that Johnny's uptight in court, but I mean, it's It's a hectic situation. And I would like him to feel more relaxed so he could really say what he has to say. So I'm hoping that he does go on the podcast. But for now, I'm just happy that people are starting to speak out in his favor. I want to know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. If you would like to support this channel, you can do so via Cash App, or you can become a channel member today. But as always, I'll talk to you on the next video.